And we are back. Welcome to my predictions for Champions League Match Day 4 after what was the most chaotic night of Premier League action so far in the Monday Night Football. We move on to the guaranteed chaos of European football with another 3 videos for you this week. We have got today's Champions League predictions video right now. Tomorrow we'll do it all again for Wednesday's fixtures, and then on Thursday it will of course be the Europa League and Europa Conference League video. Before we start this video, a massive thank you to all of those who pointed out down in the comments of the Premier League video that I did get the Arsenal and Newcastle game the wrong way round, and thankfully we picked that up really quickly. So again, thank you for pointing that out so fast, and we were able to get a proper prediction out for that before too many people saw the video. Considering what happened in that game, I'm sure there's some sort of VAR versus human error sort of joke to be made about that. And Mikel, if you are watching, I hope you finally calmed down. Anyway, we have got 8 Champions League predictions for you today. So if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel if you're new around here. As we said, we are going to be doing another video tomorrow and then Europa on Thursday. Let's just get straight in to all of tonight's action. And we start off in Group E and Atletico Madrid taking on Celtic in a game where this isn't as dead cert as it was a couple of weeks ago. I don't think. I was very confident Atletico Madrid would easily breeze past Celtic at Celtic Park, but Celtic were able to get the 2-2 draw and, to be honest, probably deserved to win that match. And off the back of that, Atletico haven't done very well. A 2-1 win against Alaves, followed by a defeat at the weekend against, I think it was Cadiz or something. It wasn't really good opponents. So Atletico Madrid not in the best of form after dropping points against Celtic. And Celtic have continued to do what they do in Scotland, which is pretty much dominate every single team they come up against. So I don't think this is as clean cut as I originally thought it was going to be. However, at home, Atletico Madrid tend to do the damage. So I'm still going to go for Atletico win. I'm going to go for 3-1. But who knows? Celtic maybe, if they get it right again like they did a couple of weeks ago, maybe could spring another result. On to what I actually think is the toughest fixture of the evening. It is Lazio taking on Feyenoord. Now, both sides have kind of mixed form going into this. Feyenoord, of course, won the reverse fixture a couple of weeks ago, but Lazio remain unbeaten at home in their last 5 games, and Feyenoord's last 2 away games have resulted in defeat. So it's a really tough one. The only thing is I really do rate this Feyenoord side. I think they're a very good team. I think they're more than capable of pulling off results. And while they've got Santiago Jimenez fit and scoring up front, they're always going to be in matches. So I'm not confident enough to go for a Lazio win in this one, but I'm also not confident enough to go for a Feyenoord win. Therefore, as you all know, that just leaves the draw, and I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. But I really think, as I say, I think all 3 results possible in this one. Moving on to Group F, and we start with the early kickoff, or the first of 2 early kickoffs this evening. It is Borussia Dortmund taking on Newcastle. And again, really tough fixture to call. Newcastle, everyone expected Newcastle to win at St James's, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and then Dortmund pulled off the 1-0 result. They then decided to back it up by losing 4-0 at home to Bayern Munich at the weekend, with Harry Kane scoring a hat-trick, whereas Newcastle then drew with Wolves and then beat Arsenal, and Manchester United in the Cup as well. So it's just everything's a little bit all over the place going into this one. Newcastle have, of course, lost Dan Burn for 3 months now, which means that I think Tino Livramento will go into right back with Trippier moving to left back. Personally, I think that makes Newcastle a better team. Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. But I really don't know where to put this one now. I think both sides will probably be sort of erring on the side of caution. Dortmund, I think, need the win, but Newcastle realistically only need a draw out of this, assuming they can then pick up another result, probably at home to AC Milan. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I really, really don't know about this. This could be anything. I think Dortmund, if they turn up, could turn Newcastle over quite easily. I think if Newcastle play to their best, they could turn over Dortmund easily. Really don't know where to put this one. I'm just going to go for a 1-1 draw. The other game in this group I'm a little bit more confident about. It seems that performance in Paris has both elevated PSG's season whilst completely destroying AC Milan's season. They've been absolutely awful off the back of the PSG game, including losing at home this weekend. So I just don't think it's going to go AC Milan's way tonight. They need a massive performance and they need it fast, whereas PSG are just going from strength to strength week in, week out off the back of the PSG win over AC Milan a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to go for 3-1 to PSG. It was 3-0 a couple of weeks ago. I just think PSG are going to take this one relatively comfortably. On to Group G, and we start with Zvezda, Red Star Belgrade, taking on RB Leipzig. And again, weird sort of setup on this one. Leipzig won the reverse fixture relatively comfortably. They then backed it up with a couple of comfortable home wins, but have then struggled away from home off the back of this fixture. Zvezda have gone on to win all their games since. I think you then sort of have to look at it from the guise of Leipzig are just a better team overall. I think it'll be an interesting game. I can see Zvezda causing some problems, but not enough to stop the Leipzig win. And I'm going to go for 2-1 to RB Leipzig. For Manchester City and Young Boys, the big question of will Erling Haaland be fit? Given the fact they scored 6 goals without him even being involved in any of them, I don't think it really matters. Obviously, we all expect Manchester City to win this one. It's just going to be a case of how many. It was 4-1 in Switzerland. I'm going for 5-1 tonight. We then move on to Group H, and the other early game this evening sees Shakhtar Donetsk taking on Barcelona. And again, this could be a potential banana skin for Barca. It was only 2-1 a couple of weeks ago at home. Now away, can they still produce the result? I think they will. I think they've got too much quality not to. They didn't have Lewandowski available to them a couple of weeks ago. He should be available again tonight. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Barca again, as it was at the Nou Camp, but I can see this being a lot more if they really do play to their maximum. I just don't think Shakhtar have got enough to cause enough problems. And then finally, it is FC Porto taking on Royal Antwerp in a game that looked like it could be very interesting at the early stages a couple of weeks ago. However, Porto then turned up with one of their Brazilian stars. I think it was Evan Nilsson. I can never say his name properly. Scoring a hat-trick. It was 4-1 in Belgium. I'm going for 4-0 in Portugal tonight. That is going to be it for today's video. As always, let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments section. Thank you for all of the comments you have been putting on these videos over the last few weeks. They help the videos very, very much. I will be back, as I said, first thing tomorrow morning with all of my predictions for Wednesday. I will see you then.